33 years as the title sponsor of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. 5,000 fans receive limited edition bobbleheads of Jordan Spieth commemorating his 2017 AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am victory. AT&T has sponsored Jordan Spieth since 2014. His bag, caddy, towel, umbrella, all featuring the AT&T logo. And we welcome in Jordan Spieth. What do you think of your bobblehead here?
Yeah. Well, we tried to put Michael on it, but he thought that
your caddy.
He thought that his friends would make fun of him, so he kind of ousted that idea. But it's cool. It's really cool. You know, it's great to be back here, and it's one of the more unique trophies in golf. And so to be on that 18th green with one of my sponsors, you know, it just was kind of a fitting one last year. That was pretty
How
fun.
are you as a caddy? When's the last time you
Actually,
caddied?
I think decent. I think that's one of the only other jobs I could probably do. I can't really instruct, but I think I could caddy. I'm pretty insightful on the course, trying to figure out all the details.
What about carrying that big bag?
Yeah, I think I'd be okay with that. I'd struggle a little with. I'm a little stubborn. I think you can't really be stubborn as a caddy.
Would you get mad if somebody didn't take your advice?
Yeah, I think that would be the problem.
Yeah, you can't throw a fit out there.
No, and I'd hold a grudge the rest of the round.
But you and Mike, you have a good relationship.
Yeah.
But he's got to be the one that bends a little bit more, right?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, he has to kind of feel out how comfortable I am in certain situations with different shots, going for a green versus, the risk reward. He's got to kind of feel out how the round's been going and my kind of communication with him on how comfortable I am. So there's a lot more to it than carrying the sticks out here for sure. He does a great job.
One of my favorite shots that you have had in your entire career had nothing to do with a golf club. You gave the cup check.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't think that was on. I didn't think the camera was still on that one.
We can relate. That was we were like, did you see what Spieth did?
Yeah.
He gave his caddy a cup check.
Well, and the best part too is, Michael's he's an emotional guy, and at the time, he's just still got tears in his eyes, and so I knew it was a perfect opportunity. I go up, I go for the high five, and he's just sitting there. He's like, "Oh man, yeah," and it just was so wide open. I mean, it could.
You toyed with him.
Backhanded.
You did.
And I think it was Dan Hicks that was like, "Whoa!" And we got okay, all right, he got him there. So
we actually slowed it down. We broke it down on the show. Oh yeah, just to let people know how you did it. I mean, it was brilliant. It was strategic.
That's a little concerning that you wanted to slow. I mean, hopefully you can't see too much.
No. But this is what we do with golf. We break down cup checks.
Absolutely.
There.
Yeah.
But did you hear from your parents on something like that?
No. I think we had a few other things to talk about.
Oh, good.
Versus the cup check. But that's what my buddies were excited about. They were excited about the cup check.
Yeah.
They're like, congrats. Hey, by the way, great cup check on Mikey. Like that was.
Where'd you watch the Super Bowl?
In Phoenix. We had a tournament there, and I get, the tournament's crazy.
Yes.
And so my friends embrace the opportunity to take the easy flights from Dallas to Phoenix, and I rent a house. We all have a good time. And this is our second year watching the Super Bowl there, and we've got two pretty good Super Bowls at the house. And
who are you rooting for?
I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, so I'm that
Eagles.
Little dot outside of New England that was rooting for New England. I'm sorry, that wasn't rooting for the Eagles.
Yeah.
So I'm a huge Tom Brady fan, and have gotten to play golf and interact with him, and so I was rooting for him to get it there. So
how good is Brady as a golfer?
He's actually a really good player. He's less than a 5. Just as competitive as you see on the field.
Does he give you grief? Does he talk trash?
Yeah, if he's winning, and then when he's not, he's the guy that you see on the sidelines with kind of that look, those eyes, like, and he's. But it's a fun experience. It's just amazing talking to, and just getting to ask for advice from someone because he had so much success early in his career. Those first few Super Bowls, and then kind of just how to manage that, how to keep pushing yourself, how to continue to work hard towards new goals. For him, it's kind of chasing a ghost, and that's just something that's only a few people have really ever tried to do that in sports, and that's something that a few guys have mastered too. Your Tigers and your
but nobody. There's no booklet that says this is how you're supposed to deal with early success.
Right, which is why if you find somebody who's done it the right way, take advantage and see if they're open to offering that kind of advice, and he has been.
You know, when you play with these guys, you play with Jordan.
I have, yeah, I have.
Jordan talks trash?
Yeah, he's more, he listens to music and plays fast. He's not as big of a trash talker.
So he's listening
a little
to
bit.
music.
I guess he is. Yeah. I mean, he's always got a fun crew, and they're playing music loud. Yeah.
And how did you fare?
I think I 3-putted the last hole, and he had me as his dog. Like I was his partner, and I lost him against whoever we were playing against.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So I need to be on his team again. I need to get, help him out.
Get his money back?
Yeah, I need to get his money back.
We're talking to Jordan Spieth. How close were you to maybe making baseball your career instead of golf?
I mean, I wasn't that good, but my dad played in college, and I was a left-handed pitcher. And as a left-handed pitcher, you don't have to throw it, 95, as long as you got some weird stuff, some Jamie Moyer type stuff.
Yeah.
And my dad pitched against him in high school, actually. So he always used to kind of relate us to. And but I was probably 12 or 13, and I started to really like the individual aspect of golf and seeing the trials and the errors and how to learn from both of them. And it's just easier to see the results from the practice you put in when, you don't get run. It's like watching a Kershaw and Scherzer matchup where they really are controlling that much of the game.
Yeah.
There's not going to be a whole lot of runs.
But you miss that interaction with another athlete because
For sure.
I mean, you're playing against the field as opposed to I'm pitching against you or I'm hitting against you.
Right. Yeah, I do. I miss the interaction. Match play's fun, the one-on-one in golf, the few times we get it. But I do miss team sports a lot. We get one event a year really where we get team sports and the Ryder Cup and President's Cup, and that's a lot of fun for us.
Best athlete in the family is who?
My little brother. Yeah, he played He's playing professional basketball right now. He's 6'6".
So he was at Brown?
Athlete. He was at Brown.
So mom and dad
Brown.
were athletes.
Yeah.
But your younger brother's the better athlete.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I would. He's the better overall athlete for sure.
Can he take you in golf at any time?
No, he's. Don't be ridiculous. He's he's a good player, but he's 6'6", a lefty. And he's normally plays with clubs that are too short for him. But he's got great hands.
Why don't you hook him up with clubs?
I did this Christmas. That's what I did.
What you finally did because maybe he would beat you if he had good clubs.
And now he's he's got a full-time job as a basketball player, so he's not gonna be practicing as much. I'm not worried about it anymore.
If you just looked at my guys, the Danettes, their shoes, and you were just trying to figure out.
Tells a lot about their personality.
Yeah. Okay. So Paulie.
I got some Van surfing shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really good for the course.
And then
like
Timberlands right there.
Yeah, these are hiking boots.
Yeah.
But if you were picking a golf partner just based on their shoes,
I mean, tennis.
Fritzy's Nikes.
Tennis shoes.
Yeah, that'd be it.
Yeah.
The last guy you would
change
pick.
them to Under Armours, but yeah, I mean,
Fair enough.
The Tims would be the last guy that you would want on your team.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Tims would be the
give it
last.
away.
Yeah. I mean, unless he played in them, then
well,
you'd actually probably be most qualified to carry the bag and walk these hills, to be honest.
Okay. I'm out there.
And then, you could probably have a couple beverages out there as you're caddying. Could be an enjoyable experience.
So far, it sounds like a great afternoon.
Yeah.
If we had beverages, if you were playing golf,
Yeah.
if we had a Ryder Cup team, who's going to be your partner?
Everyone has to drink.
Yeah.
So who can hold their liquor and still play well? I don't have that much experience playing with the guys out here drinking.
Oh, okay.
I'd probably choose Ricky.
Ricky Fowler, sneaky long.
Yeah, and he just he could play barefoot. He could play on one foot. Like he's got this skill set that's, I've played a bit of golf like that with him, Justin Thomas, myself. Me and Justin are awful when we drink.
If you really?
Yeah, awful. Like it's not enjoyable for us. We play every other hole. I get the snap hooks, he hits them right, and we're normally in the same cards. So we just it's
I might be able
to. Ricky tears it up.
I might be able to take you then.
Yeah.
If we were having beers? A beer a hole?
Yeah, I'd get off to a good start against you, but when we flip the turn.
Well, no, we're only playing. It's match play.
Yeah, I mean, if I might have a chance to close you out, but as you start to, as we start to get deeper into the 18,
I'm the golden bear of drinking.
Okay.
Yeah. So So you don't go out and like smoke cigars like we do and have fun like that?
No, not normally. I mean,
but you don't golf for fun, do you?
I'd rather do that not on a golf course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I just I can't mentally, discharge from it. Like I just. If I'm out there, I feel like if I hit a bad shot, I can't just be like, oh, who cares? I was smoking a stogie. Like, no, I'm like, wait, what was wrong? Why did I just do that? Unfortunately, because it would
you'll
be
learn.
fun to be able to do. Maybe,
you'll learn.
Yeah,
you'll learn.
Some years.
I was surprised. I shouldn't say surprised, but interested that you were talking to Michael Phelps. Like, how could he help you? I don't know if that was mentally, competitively, but what did you derive from the conversations with Michael Phelps?
Yeah, so there's another guy who's just. It's an early success story, and it's how he's the greatest Olympian of all time. He's probably the best example of a guy to chase a ghost, and just how do you keep on resetting those goals? And it was so simple the way he was describing it. It was just, I had my own records that I could then go out and break, and you try and relate that to golf in a way. I had these years or these statistics that I wanted, say from 50 to 150 yards, I was this good in proximity one year. And there's a way that you can actually, and that was first on tour maybe last year. So how can I even improve on that? So it's a little harder to relate to golf, but just this, handling spotlight and celebrity and, he's, it's a different animal with him than it is for me, but just, being able to relate a little bit to that and any advice I could get from him.
No, it's pretty cool that you're seeking this out just to,
Well, it's just like, I've got these opportunities with these really incredible people that, for whatever reason, golf becomes this sport that these other athletes turn to after, their careers are done, and they love to try and master it. And so they love playing golf with us. And so, in return, we can then, learn so much from them. It's just like, it's funny because golf is just such a difficult sport, and you can't master it, and it bothers these guys who have mastered these other sports.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, that brings them closer to us.
Favorite hole in this course?
I love number 5, actually. And the reason I say, everyone says, 6 or 7.
Yeah.
5's a little par 3 out here that's just so well designed. It's a newer hole. There's a story of like Chuck Schwab's house. They had to move back because he gave the property to Pebble. And it's just this amazing, mid-iron par 3 on the water.
Yeah, I didn't do well in that hole.
No,
I went right.
It's a hard one.
Yeah, I went right.
Yeah, no, right's the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, that's like it's tough to play out of that, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, it's great to see you as always. Good luck in defending your title. Jordan Spieth joining us. We're back after this on The Dan Patrick Show.
Thanks, guys.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.